March 4th. Today we have McKinley Mental Health Services and some information from Think Together. And we are recording this meeting. We want to respect everybody's time and thank you everybody for joining us. We're going to go ahead and continue. We're going to go over our norms and our agenda. So real quick, our agenda. So norms for our virtual meeting, we have Think Together with some wonderful information. We got McKinley services, mental health services with also some great information. And of course, we have meeting dates. So our norms is please mute your microphone. It's okay to turn off your camera. This meeting is being recorded and please be present and participate. So we are going to start off with Miss Julie, who is from Think Together, and she's got some information she'd like to share with you parents out there today. Thank you, Miss Julie, for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everyone. So I'm here to basically announce, if I don't know if there's any senior parents in here, but if there are, I just wanted to kind of talk about this Think Together scholarship that we offer here. It's a really, really great, it's free and it's a 350 word essay, first of all. The prompt is, if they've ever been in Think Together, not only in high school, not at Azusa, but if they've ever been in the program ever from elementary school, middle school, even if they went in one day here at Azusa for a workshop that we had. I know in the mornings we would pass out hot chocolate. We would do like culinary workshops, study halls, things like that. So if they've ever attended any program of ours at least once, they do apply to this scholarship. And what it is, it's $1,000 to $3,000 scholarship. And word on the street over here is that the kids have a very, very, very high chance of receiving this money. So I think it's a really, really good opportunity for the students to get, some type of money for their college future. We do have there's a workshop going on right now that one of my older youth leaders are working on, and I'm actually going to go in there right after this. And we've actually got, I think we have 9 applicants so far. We have about 6 that have already turned in their essays. They sent them to me. I read them, and it's so great to see what these writers, these students are great writers, and they talked about how Think Together has helped them in ways by, because we are there until 6 p.m. from last year when we were in person, and it's a place for them to hang out, a safe space. We have a free tutor, so they just wrote about how it's just been so helpful. So, it's just like I said, 350 word essay, and you can get up to $3,000. So if you know anyone, any seniors, I would totally pass this along to them because the deadline is March 7th. And other than that, we do still offer our workshops, which is our free study hall. We have a tutor for all subjects, all grades. That is every day. You can totally hop on whenever you want to. Student-wise, they can hop on if, let's say, they had a question about an essay or a math problem. They can just go in for that and leave as they want. So we also have that to offer, and we also have our in-person programming as well on campus. So I know we're going down our list right now. I believe we have like a few more spots left, but it's honestly a great program as well here on campus because it allows students to not just be at home alone, acting like they're in class, but they're not. So we're there to support them in class, and I feel like it's a better environment so far for the kids. So it gives them that little push, and we've been on top of tasks and they're missing assignments. So if you want to enroll your child into the on-campus program, you just give me an email and I can get that started for you guys. Yeah, sorry, I feel like I was talking a mouth. So yeah, a second. Any questions for anyone?
I have a question.
Yes.
If my child goes to the in-person tutoring, will they receive breakfast and lunch or?
Oh, yes. So breakfast is included, snack is included, and lunch is included as well every day. And
Okay.
even on Mondays, on minimum days where there isn't a lunchtime, we do send them home with a supper bag and a lunch as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes. And we do follow all safety guidelines, the CDC guidelines and everything, so everything is safe. We have our plexiglass on each desk, so it's really great.
Julie, will you be able to add your contact information and
Yes, let
maybe
me add
the
that to
phone?
the chat. Yes.
Yeah.
And the phone number, that way you guys can give me a text as well.
And Julie, just in case I'm old school and I don't feel comfortable or, you know, my technology isn't working so great, can I do a paper application for Think Together?
Yes, yeah, you can do a
Okay.
paper application and then we can submit it onto our system.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have any questions for Miss Julie?
I was just going to ask a question. Do you have this on Peachjar to announce it to the students or on the website? Because I don't remember the first time I heard of Think Together, which is fantastic that they have this scholarship. And
thank you. Yeah.
I don't know where I've been, but.
Oh yeah, I actually have not used TeachJar. I forgot about that. We've been doing announcements through Blackboard, so I don't know how. I usually send it to Hilda, our activities and media. So I don't know how it gets blasted out, and we put it on all social media. But they still have time, and even if they don't attend the workshop today, they can always email me the email that I put in the chat, and I can still work alongside with the students with the essay.
Because you know that Azusa also has Lika Juarez is in charge of our publicity, but we also have a Facebook page and we have Twitter and all those other things you kids play with. They have that, and that's what Instagram and kids watch all that. So that's what.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, I think we got a few from, I think, Blackboard or wherever it was posted. So I'm excited about that. Our goal was 5, but we definitely surpassed that.
Yeah.
Great. And that's per high school or per, how you do?
Yeah, so per high school. So Think Together right now is only in a few high schools. They're also at Gladstone, and I believe only one student has applied from Gladstone. So
lucky person there.
Yeah.
They're gonna get
it. I'm saying everyone should take advantage because there is a lot of money in the budget that they are definitely giving out. So
that's
it's
great.
a high chance these kids will get it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. Any questions, you guys? Don't be shy. All right, Miss Julie. Well, if you like, you can keep joining us. If not, I hope that you guys can write down her email address, and you can always contact her, or you can contact us, and we'll be more than happy to connect you with Miss Julie from Think Together. So we want to respect everybody's time. Thank you, Julie. And we want to continue with McKinley Mental Services, and we have today Ms. Ramirez and Ms. Montiel from there who are going to share some information with us. So ladies, thank you so much for joining us. Please share your information.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yesenia, and I'm the intake manager over at McKinley, and I have Heidi, who is one of our intake coordinators, joining me so we can give you a brief overview of the services that we offer. Thank you. So we do provide services for youth ages 0 to 21. Typically, we do provide the services in the school when school is in session. Due to COVID, we are doing telehealth at the moment. Otherwise, I mentioned we provide services in the school, in community settings. If families prefer for the services to be in the office or at home, we do have offices there in San Dimas. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar where our location is, but we are located behind San Dimas High School. So we have a couple offices there that the families are welcome to come into, and also we have gone into the homes. But again, because of COVID, we want to make sure that everybody is maintaining safety. We are doing telehealth at the moment. Additional services that we do offer if additional support is needed, we do have a mental health rehabilitation specialist. They predominantly focus on the behavioral concerns that the youth may be having, and we also offer TBS services, which is therapeutic behavioral services. That program is a little bit more intense. It's more of a one-on-one with the youth, and kind of coaching and guiding the caregiver at the time and teaching them as well, like the different type of skills to utilize if the child is behaving unwanted behaviors. In order to receive either one of those programs or supports, they do have to have therapy with one of our therapists, and then the therapist will then put in the referral for those two particular services if needed. Next slide, please. And then Heidi will jump in and go over what the criteria, the eligibility is for the services.
Hi, everybody. My name is Heidi. Thank you, Yesenia. I'm going to go ahead and follow up with our eligibility for our services. So anyone can be referred for services. There is not a requirement to have an open case with DCFS, Department of Children and Family Services. The youth or the child does not need to be on probation. So none of that is required. The child or youth, they must actually have Medi-cal, and they must have Los Angeles County Medi-cal in order to be admitted for services. And so once the referral is submitted, then the intake coordinator can check if their Medi-cal is active. And so that's how the referral will be processed through. At the time of when the clinician opens the case, the clinician completes an assessment, and that's usually done during the intake phase. And so during this time, the clinician determines if the client meets medical necessity. And so if the client meets medical necessity, then the client will then have an open case and be receiving therapeutic services. One thing that's really important to also note is that the services that we provide are voluntarily. And so what that means is that we cannot force the child or the youth to participate in the services if they do not want to. So that's something that's really important to also take into consideration. Go ahead. At the time of submitting a referral, right? So there's two ways that somebody can submit a referral. And you can complete a referral. You can send it over to our through our email address. And so we have included our email address here. Or it can also be done through fax. And so we also included our fax number here. So after the referral has been submitted, then somebody from our intake department will confirm that the referral was received. So if the referring party does not receive a confirmation or does not hear back within 24 hours, then it's recommended that they follow up just to ensure that the referral went through, right? You know, there's sometimes we get a lot of referrals coming in, and so it's always best just to follow up to make sure that the referral was sent through. Go ahead. Here we have a little bit more information. So Yesenia, she's our intake manager. Myself, I'm the intake coordinator, and we have a little bit more information. Again, our email address where the referrals can be sent to, our fax number, and also we have our coordinator line, where this is the line directly where somebody can call and submit a referral as well. So if, you know, somebody's not able to do it through email, or they don't have a fax, then they can just always call us, and right there we can kind of help them with submitting the referral process and filling out the referral. So yeah, is there any questions from anybody?
Just like Heidi was mentioning, you know, we do encourage the families to, I know the school, you guys are really great about getting the referrals to us. Some families may not feel comfortable, or some of the youth may not feel comfortable getting services at the school. So they also can give us a call directly, and we can work with them on filling out the referral. Doesn't necessarily have to go through the school. So just so that the families are aware that there's multiple options there on, you know, being able to get the support that they need for their child. Mm-hmm. We also do have a contract with the school district for Azusa. So if it's youth at a different school, you may have, you know, a younger student at a different school, again, feel free to give us a call. We do the community as well, so they don't necessarily have to attend one of the SUSA school district. If it's a different district or anything like that, we can also provide the support for them as well. Any other questions? These are quiet.
Shy people, I know. Don't be shy. It's because it's the first Monday of the month, or what? What's going on? It's not raining today, people. What's going on? Well, I hope that our families take advantage of it. I hope maybe if it's not for yourself, but maybe for a neighbor or friend, or another family you know, or someone you think maybe we could reach out and kind of mention it. Sometimes I think parents forget, or maybe they're embarrassed to ask, and maybe they just need that help. Please let us know. We'll be more than happy to call those families and let them know, because I know we've come across parents who are shy or maybe don't want to say too much, but at least let them know that there are resources for our families. And so, and all we can do is just try and help and do the best that we can.
Yeah. We don't want to force our services upon anybody, but I mean, we are here to help. You know, as everybody is saying, you know, we're here to provide that additional support that may be needed. Right now, we are realizing and coming across with COVID and all the tolls that it's been taking on some of the youth. The depression, anxiety, the frustration, just kind of navigating through, you know, with school, them not knowing how to navigate, even though school's almost out, they're still struggling navigating through the system, the computer and all of that stuff. So those little things that you may not think are high risk things, but they still are important. And that's what we're here to help and provide the support for your youth.
So did you mention that this is for families or just students?
So we do individual therapy. If family therapy is needed, that's definitely something that the family can have that conversation with the therapist, and the therapist can start incorporating that. But definitely we still would like to do the individual therapy with what we would consider our primary client, which would be the youth.
Thank you.
Good question.
Okay, so I asked one question. Okay, Letty, is that okay?
Yay! Thank you.
I finally got on thanks to Maritza. I've been trying to join, but no one lets me in, but now Maritza let me in.
Hey.
Are there any more like insightful comments for Yesenia or that Yesenia or Heidi have regarding just maybe a parent who isn't comfortable with reaching out? Is someone going to answer the phone in Spanish? And what questions are they going to ask me? What should I have ready when I call?
Perfect. So definitely what to have ready when you give us a call. Yes, both Heidi and I do speak Spanish, so we can assist with that. We do try to, when we are linking the therapist with the families, we do take language into consideration. So if it is a Spanish-speaking family, we definitely try to put in a Spanish-speaking therapist. Things to have ready when they give us a call. Mainly, I mean, we're requesting the basic: home, address, school, age, you know, what concerns they're having, but have your Medi-cal card ready. If you don't have the Medi-cal number, we can look it up through the Social Security number as well. So those are the two ways that we can look it up. A couple other things that we have come across, even with foster youth. So if there is a foster youth that needs the support, we definitely can. There's just a little bit more paperwork that we need to gather. But, you know, don't let that stop you from giving us a call, and, you know, we'll take it from our end in trying to navigate with the social worker and grabbing all the paperwork that's needed. So even there's some families that still have questions and may not want to fill out the referral. But if they're okay with the school providing us with the information, then we can give the family a call directly and kind of give them a little bit more overview of our program. And then at that point, if they're comfortable, we can fill the referral out with them over the phone.
Oh, great. Thank you.
And we let the school know too, even if the families do come and you fill out the referral with you, but they don't have their Medi-cal information, please still send us the referral, even if information is missing, and when we call the family, we'll follow up with that.
And you mentioned that the service is available to youth up to the age of 21, correct?
Correct. So 0 to 21. Any other questions we can answer for you, ladies, gentlemen? Well, if anything comes up afterwards, whether it's, they let the school know, please reach out to us and we'll try, our best to answer whatever questions you guys may have.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Yesenia and Heidi. We really appreciate the information that you shared with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, it looks like it's my turn. So what happened a couple weeks ago, the nonprofit organization Active San Gabriel Valley did a focus group with various families from the city of Azusa, asking for their opinion, asking for their input on what they experienced being someone that walks in Azusa often or sees where there's some improvements could be made, maybe a crosswalk that needs to be more visible, or there's too many fast moving cars in this area because there isn't enough stop signs or bumps in the road, so that it creates a safer space for not only those in the cars, but also pedestrians in the area. So there was a couple of focus groups. Students were asked from various schools. Parents and families from the community were asked various questions just to get their insight and their input. And this survey is available for everyone in the city of Azusa to provide their input. Maybe it's an area of a neighborhood that you live in Azusa that you see could be a little safer, that can use some improvements, or an area that you frequent in the downtown area. So this survey, I'm going to put in the chat box, is available to everyone who lives in Azusa, just to provide the input and provide some insight for those who are attempting to create positive change in the city. I'm going to highlight that and share that. And this survey is open now, and it's in English and in Spanish, and available for you to provide some feedback. And there it is in the chat. It's also available on the Azusa City page for the website. And then we'll proceed to the next slide. We are also excited. For the past couple of months, we've been having a monthly presentation from the Department of Mental Health, promoters of mental health, for the whole community of Azusa, the whole city. So this coming March 25th, a Thursday at 6 p.m., the topic that is pretty relevant to the times that we're living in is the return of children to school during COVID-19. What are the challenges, how to mentally prepare a student and the family, and how to support our children with the idea of returning to school. And we know that the possibility of returning to school for our elementary school students is very high right now. Every day there's different information, new changes, new mandates. So let's get prepared now before the time comes. So we invite you and anyone else in our community to the March 25th, Thursday evening at 6 p.m. to this topic that the Department of Mental Health, promoters of mental health, are presenting. This is not a recorded presentation. This is in the moment. Because of confidentiality, we invite you to join us. So there is no recording for that presentation. If you're unable to make it, let us know, and we'll see if we will be able to do a repeat of this presentation at a different day and time.
Can I just ask a question regarding the flyer? On where it says Google Meets, isn't there supposed to be like a code, a letter, or something?
Yes, this is just like the slide presentation of it, but I will put the code in the box. The flyer hasn't gone out yet. It's going to go out next week through Peach Jar. It's going to be shared with Lika from the communications at the district. So it'll be shared community-wide.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. And we are also letting you, our Aztec family, know that the Aztec online store is now open and available. If you would like to rep Azusa High School and support our students with purchasing some gear from Azusa High, feel free to do so. The website is now open and available to make purchases for shirts, masks. I'm looking at the site right now. There's girl and boy sizes. There's hoodies. There's sweatshirts. There's pullovers. And it's really, really nice apparel from Azusa High. So feel free to click on the link and shop and support our fellow Aztecs, our students, and if you want to provide a present for someone, it's a good one. And Letty?
Yes, thank you, Maritza. So for our coming engagement dates, family newsletter, March 11th. So we like to put out a newsletter with resources and promote some of our staff members here on campus. Our last one was our librarian, Ms. Alvarado. Next Cafe Azteca will be March 18th from 3:30 to 4 p.m. And at the end of the month, as usual, we have our chat with the principal, March 25th from 3:30 to 4 p.m. March 25th, 6 p.m., Promotores of Mental Health. And if please, we are on Facebook and Instagram, so join us. And we also want to talk real quickly, go over our Family Center virtual drop-in. This is every Monday from 12 to 12:30 on Google Meets, where you can just stop by and say hi. Maritza and I are usually there. Molly from 211, who also likes to share resources, joins us as well. Anybody can join us. You want to say hi, you want to share a recipe, you have a question about something going on, or any information, we'll be more than happy to help you. So please join us from 12 to 12:30 every Monday. And as you can see, we're here to support. So you'll see our email addresses and our phone numbers for Maritza and I. So if you have any questions, please contact us. We're here to help. Thank you. And I think that's the end of our meeting, correct?
Yes.
We didn't go over today.
So we have 1 minute. Oh, no, we don't have 1 minute left. But if you have any questions on what you just heard, feel free to unmic and let us know, or type it in the chat.
Yes. Dr. Gomez, anything you'd like to share?
Parents, we miss you. Thank you, Board Member Pena, for being here. There is some information that is coming soon with regards to TK to second grade returning, and we're hoping that the same continues one step at a time until we get to the high school level. But parents, we miss you. Sign up for any support that you need, and let Letty and Maritza know how we can help.
Yes, thank you. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. And like I said, we want to respect everybody's time. Thank you, ladies, Ms. Ramirez and Ms. Montiel. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, everybody. We hope you have a great afternoon. And thank you once again, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Take care.
Thank you.